In this video, we are going to learn about maxima and minima. Okay. So suppose think that I studied about this marker and now someone is coming and asking you what is the application of this marker. What will you say? I am using this for writing. Okay. Like that you studied about differentiation, that is dy by dx. You studied about differentiation. Now someone is coming and asking you what is the application of differentiation. Why you are learning differentiation? Then you can say that it is used to find maxima and minima of a function. Suppose think that this is a graph with x-axis and y-axis, okay, and there is a graph like this. So this is my graph. Now look at this graph. Tell me the point of maximums. See, this is a point of maximum, this is a point of maximum, and this is a point of maximum. In this, which is the highest point? This is the highest point. So this one is a global maximum, okay, global maximum. Now let us look at the minimum points. See, this is the minimum point, this is a minimum point, and this is a minimum point. In this, which is the least minimum point? This one. See, this is the least one, right? So this one will be my global minimum, okay. So the remaining all minimums are local minimum, okay. The remaining all maximums are local maximum. Hope I made it clear to you. In the graph, the maximum points are, these are the maximum points. See, peak values, maximum points. In that, which is the highest maximum point, that is global maximum. The remaining maximum points are local maximum. Now, the minimum points of graph is here, in which least minimum is global minimum. The remaining minimums are local minimum. Now, when are you getting this maximum and minimum points? See, this is my x-axis. At this point, I am getting maximum point. So I am going to name this point as x1. This is my minimum, that is x2. This is my again maximum x3. This is x4. This is x5. And the last one, it is x6. See, in x-axis we are getting these many points. These points are called as critical points. The points at which either maximum or minimum is there, that points are known as critical points. Now, for a function at critical points, slope will be 0. What do you mean by slope? Slope is change in y, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That is dy by dx. Okay. See, slope means, see, at this point we have slope. Here the function is having slope. Here also function is having slope. Here also function is having slope. But at critical point, function is not having any slope. It is parallel to x-axis. See, here it is parallel. Here it is parallel. Here it is parallel. See, parallel to x-axis. Parallel means there is no change in slope. y2 minus y1, it is 0. See, both y2 and y1 is in the same point. So slope is 0. Slope is 0 at critical points. Slope means dy by dx equal to 0 at critical points. Now suppose think that from here my graph is going in a straight line, then it is having a peak. Okay. See, now at this straight line, here also my slope is 0. Straight line means slope is 0. y2 minus y1, it is 0. Straight line having slope 0. Slope 0 means that is also a critical point. x7 I am writing. That is also a critical point. So all the points with slope 0, they are known as critical point. But the point at which slope is 0 but function is not changing. See, it is in a straight line. Here all places function is changing from positive to negative, like that function is changing. But here function is not changing but slope is 0. Those points we will name it as saddle point. Okay. The point at which slope is 0 but function is not changing. Those points are saddle points. Now all points here are critical points, and the point at which slope is 0, function is not changing, that point is saddle point. Remaining or removing saddle point and all other points are known as stationary points. Okay. The all points except saddle point are known as stationary points. In this question, we need to find maxima and minima of function f of x equal to 5x cube plus 2x square minus 3x. So first of all, write the function like that itself. That is my function f of x. It is 5x cube plus 2x square minus 3x. Now I need to find maxima and minima. So from the graph, we have maxima and minima at critical points. At critical points, we have maxima and minima. So we need to find critical points. How to find critical points? We know at maxima and minima, our slope will be equal to 0. So slope, that is dy by dx, will be equal to 0 at maxima and minima. So if we do differentiation of this function, we will get maxima and minima points, and that points are known as critical points. So let us differentiate our function f of x. I am going to differentiate. Now what is differentiation of x cube? Okay, d by dx of x raised to n. What is the differentiation? N multiplied by x raised to n minus 1. So here it is x cube. So x cube, instead of n it is 3. So 3 multiplied by x raised to 3 minus 1, that is 2. Now there is a 5. So 5 multiplied by, instead of x cube, differentiation it is 3x square, plus 2 multiplied by x square. Differentiation of x square it is n. 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1, that is 1. So we will get 2x minus differentiation of 3x, x raised to 1. Here instead of n it is 1. So 1 multiplied by x raised to 1 minus 1, it is 0. So x raised to 0 it is 1. Anything raised to 0 it is, x raised to 0 it is 1. Okay, so we will get 1 as the answer. So 3 multiplied by 1, we will get 3. Now 5 into 3 it is 15x square, plus 2 into 2 it is 4x minus 3. So the differentiation process is over. Now what we need to do? We need to put that equal to 0. Okay, we need to equate that equal to 0. Now you need to find value of x from this equation. So this is an algebraic equation. So you can either use minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, that equation, and find the value of s, or you can use calculator. In calculator, click on mod button 3 times, then you will get equation, then press this arrow key because we need a second degree. See, 2, degree 2. So click on that. Now a is the coefficient near x square, that is 15. Now b is the coefficient near x, it is 4, and c is minus 3. Minus 3, okay, minus 3. Now we are getting x1 as 0.33, that means 0.33, or we can say it is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is 0.33. Okay, that is my x1. Now x2, it is minus 0.6. In fraction, it can be written as minus 3 by 5. Okay. So now we found critical points. See x1 and x2. x1, x2. In x-axis, the points we found. But we don't know at this point what is there. Whether it is a maximum or minimum. We don't know which point is maximum and which point is minimum. Now after putting dy by dx equal to 0, I got critical points. But I don't know whether it is a maximum or minimum at critical points. Okay. So what I need to do? I need to differentiate this function again. So I am going to differentiate. So it will become d square f of x divided by dx square. Again differentiating. So this is my function. This was my function. This was my function. I differentiated it. Now I am going to again differentiate it. Okay. So differentiation of x raised to n, you know, it is n multiplied by x raised to n minus 1. Okay. Here it is x square. So x square, the differentiation it will be 2 x raised to 2 minus 1, it is 1. So we will get 2x. Now 15 multiplied by 2x, we will get 30x, plus differentiation of 4x, as we know it will be 4. So this is my double derivative f double dash of x. This is my f dash of x. This was my f of x. I differentiated it, f dash of x, again differentiated f double dash of x. Now I got it as 30x plus 4. Now what I need to do is that instead of x, put this critical value. Okay. So I am going to find f double dash of, instead of x, I am going to put my x1. x1 it is, either you can put this value or fraction value, no problem is there. So I'll put 1 by 3 here. Then the function it is 30x plus 4. So instead of x, I am going to put 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 plus 4. Now 3 and 3 will get cancelled. We will get 10 plus 4. It is going to be 14. Now 14 is greater than 0 or less than 0? It is greater than 0. Now listen carefully. If the value is greater than 0, then we will think that it is a maximum, but it will be a local minimum. Okay. If value is greater than 0, then it will be a local minimum. Now I am going to put my second value, f double dash of, instead of x, I am going to put x2. x2 it is 0.6, or we can write it in fraction, it is minus 3 by 5. Okay. So in this function I am going to put, so 30 multiplied by, instead of x, I am going to put minus 3 by 5. Minus 3 by 5 plus 4. So 5 and 30 will get cancelled. So it will be 5 6 are 30, 6 multiplied by 3 it will be 18, so it will be minus 18 plus 4. Minus 18 plus 4 it will be minus 14. So minus 14 is less than 0. Okay, less than 0. If my value is less than 0, then it will be a local maximum. Listen, at this point it is very important. Okay, if the value is greater than 0, local minimum. If the value is less than 0, local maximum. So my critical point x1, 1 by 3, it is a local minimum. I found that that critical point is a local minimum. Now x2, it is minus 3 by 5. That point is a local maximum. So what I did, I found the critical point. From critical point, I need to check whether that is a local maximum or local minimum. So I double differentiated it. Again I differentiated the function. Then I put the value of x in that function. Then I got that as a, if it is greater than 0, local minimum, less than 0, local maximum. So I got the maximum and minimum points. So first of all I got critical points. This is x1, x2, all those points I got. Then I need to check whether that is a local maximum or minimum. So I found that at x1 it is local minimum, then x2 it is local maximum. Now I need to find the value. Okay, I found the critical points, I found the local maximum and local minimum, but I need to know the values. At that point, what is my value here? See, y-axis my value here. At this point, what is the value at y-axis? I need to know the value. Then what I should do? It is very simple. Put the value of this x in our question. See, this is my question. So my question, it is f of x. F of x, it is 5x cube plus 2x square minus 3x. So that was my question. I am going to put the critical points in that function. So f of, instead of x, I am going to write my first critical point, that is 1 by 3. So the equation will be 5 multiplied by 1 by 3 the whole cube plus 2 multiplied by 1 by 3 the whole square minus 3 multiplied by 1 by 3. Okay, so what we will get? We will get the answer as minus 0.592. Okay, now the second value, that is minus 3 by 5. So I am going to put minus 3 by 5 here. Then instead of x, I need to substitute minus 3 by 5. So 5 multiplied by minus 3 by 5 the whole cube plus 2 multiplied by, instead of x, I need to put minus 3 by 5 the whole square minus 3 multiplied by minus 3 by 5. What will be the answer I am getting? I will get the answer as 1.44 after doing the calculation. So I know x1, 1 by 3 is a point of local minimum. See, 1 by 3 is local minimum. It is a negative value I am getting. So this is the value at local minimum. Now I know my point minus 3 by 5 is a local maximum. So minus 3 by 5, I am getting the value plus 1.44. So this is the value at local maximum. Okay. Now suppose think that in the question they will mention in interval. They will give you an interval from minus 1 to 1. The function is lying between an interval minus 1 to 1. At that time, what we need to do? So my points are minus 1 and 1. So in the same equation, I need to put those values. I need to find f of minus 1 and f of 1. Okay. That means in the question, this was my question. In the question, I need to substitute those values. So when I put minus 1 in this equation, 5 multiplied by minus 1 the whole cube plus 2 multiplied by x square, that is minus 1 square minus 3 multiplied by minus 1. What will be the answer I am getting? I will get the answer as 0. Now I need to put 1 in this equation. So 5 multiplied by 1 cube plus 2 multiplied by 1 square minus 3 multiplied by 1. What is the answer I am going to get? 3 multiplied by 1. It is 5 plus 2, it is 7. 7 minus 3, it is going to be 4. See, I got the values 0 and 4 at minus 1 and 1. Now we need to consider all these values. Okay, in this, which is the highest value? 4 is the highest value. So 4 is going to be my global maximum. Okay, now which is the lowest point? See, this is 0. Is 0 is the lowest point? No. Here we have a negative 0.592 value. So this will be my global minimum, and the remaining are local maxima and local minima. Okay, so this is the way to find maxima and minima of a function. In the next video we can learn how to find maxima and minima when there are two variables. Here there is only one variable x. When you have two variables such as 5xy plus 2xy, like that two variables are there, then how to find maxima and minima. We can learn that in next video.